Hello and welcome back to another Fear the Walking Dead video, and today I'm going to talk about the top 5 best villains that we've got on Fear the Walking Dead. And the reason why I'm only doing 5 and not 10 is because almost every villain in this show absolutely sucks, but there are 5 that I would say stand way above the rest and are absolutely amazing compared to every other villain we get in this show. So let's just jump right into this and not keep you waiting any longer. Number 5 is Melvin and the Vultures. And these are the villains for the first half of season 4, and I just really like Melvin and the Vultures for how unique they are as a villain. They are not a villain that will fight you directly. What they will do is just kind of chill next to your base and wait for you to die, and if you take too long, they will send a spy in to sabotage your base so that you will eventually give up and die. And that's what's great about the Vultures. They just have such a cool and unique presence, and the characters like Melvin are very interesting characters. They are well developed compared to other villains in Fear the Walking Dead. A lot of villains in Fear are just, I'm evil because I can. You can understand Melvin a little because he's just trying to protect the people that's in his group. And also, you can join their group if your community falls because of them. They're up to being like, okay, you can join our group. So they are not absolute savages. So they're a very interesting villain group. So they kind of sit here at number 5. Moving on, and number 4 is Emile. And he is only in one episode. He is in season 6, episode 1. He is the bounty hunter hunting down Morgan. And the reason why he's on this list is because he's an absolute badass. Even though he's in one episode and that's it, he has some staying power. I wish they didn't kill him off. However, when they did kill him off, they actually progressed Morgan's story and he actually developed as a character the first time in years. So I'm really happy about that. But now, back talking about Emile, he just has this threat that a lot of villains do not have. He actually feels scary. He feels like he could actually kill our characters, unlike a lot of villains in Fear the Walking Dead, looking at Logan, where you just sit there and think to yourself, how are you the main villain? You just don't feel like one. And then you have Emile, who has that threat level and feels like a main villain, even though he's a one-off character. So of course he's going to be on this list. Number 3 is Virginia, and she was the main villain from season 5 episode 14 to season 6 episode 9. And she deserves this number 3 spot just because she is easily one of the most humanized villains in Fear the Walking Dead. She's portrayed amazingly by our actor, and she's one of the most complex villains. We can understand everything she's doing. She's not evil for evil's sake. She's trying to get everyone together to try and defend them in a way and save her daughter. She is just such a great villain and a good foil for Morgan because her arc really does develop Morgan's character. She might not have that high threat level like other villains, but she makes it up in other ways. She might be weaker than a lot of villains. She even loses a hand in one of the episodes. But she is able to outsmart a lot of people. She is one of the more smarter villains. And that's what makes her number 3 on my list. Number 2 is Troy. And no surprise he would be on this list. I was going to put him number 1, but I'm just going to say season 8 has ruined Troy's villainy. So we're looking at mostly season 3 as Troy. And in season 3, he steals the show. He is easily one of the most complex characters in Fear the Walking Dead. Up there in the Walking Dead universe also. He's amazingly performed. And what makes Troy such a great character is that he has these amazing relationships with everybody. Like, he's got this great kind of brotherly bond, which starts off very antagonistic with Nick. He has this weird relationship with Madison where she exploits. And he's just this great deranged character. He has some amazing scenes. And then once they try and finish redeeming him, he's suddenly killed off, which is really, really annoying. I'm going to say killed off because that was the intention at season 3, to kill him off. He was retconned back alive, but up until season 8, he was dead. So Troy was an amazing character. It's just, when you think of Fear, you think of Troy as the villain. That shows how great he was. And moving on to number 1, and it is Teddy. And he's the main villain from Fear season 6, episode 10, all the way up to episode 16. He's got one of the shortest villain arcs, but it is absolutely amazing. He's also one of the only villains that actually get their objective. He blows up Texas with nukes. And what makes him so great is the cultness. He's such a unique villain. He's such a charismatic villain. And you never really know what you're going to get with Teddy, with him going out his way with Alicia and Dakota to find his mother, and then it's just a random body the whole time. He is such a fantastic villain, and I really am sad that he never got into season 7. Imagine him in the first half of season 7. Would have made that season absolutely amazing to have this chaotic element in the show. He just has this threat level that no other villain has, in my opinion. That's why he's my favourite villain. And this is my list from 1 to 5. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree? Please tell me down below. But it's me today, so goodbye, and I'll talk to you later.